Hello everybody, my name is Tim and I am currently here with Total War Warhammer. I thought I'd give you all a break from all the non-stop fallout I've had on my channel. And since I like Total War and I like Warhammer, not as much as I like Warhammer 40k, but that's beside the point, I thought since it's come out, I'll give it a go. And you're all going to get to witness my actual first go at it, because I've literally just installed it. It basically operates just like a Total War game, only as you can see in there, you've got flying creatures, you've got wizards, you've got monsters, and you've got lots of Warhammer stuff. Pre-order people, or people who purchase, I think, during the first week of release, get the standard people here. You've got the Empire, the Dwarves, the Greenskins, and the Vampire Counts, but you also get the Warriors of Chaos. And it gives you kind of a little look down here, gives you a little bit of background, faction mechanics, the best units in there, and their playstyle. And you've kind of got Dwarves are the easiest one to play with, apparently. Dwarves initial change are easy. Now I apologise if the footage kind of gets a bit juddery, but unfortunately I can't get this to record with fraps. So I'm having to use a low ILO recorder for it, which is what I've used for, various other small things, but most of them are with fraps. So it could be slightly lower quality. Anyway, we're going to have a go, and I'm always partial to some vampire counts. It says here, the vampires have ever been a plague upon the living, and none more so than the Von Carsteins, an abominable bloodline of undead nobles from the deathly realm of Sylvania. They inevitably strike out from this region at the head of a mighty undead host. Power-hungry necromancers, zombie hordes, ranks of skeletons, tomb-skulking crypt ghouls, and bestial vargulfs are just some of the nightmares a vampire lord can summon to his indomitable will. Vlad was the primogenitor of the von Carstein line, but Manfred was equally feared, finally being brought to bay at Hel Fen and slain. But what is no longer living is never easy to kill. Manfred has risen again. The dead have never rested easy in Sylvania, and now they launch from their graves, summoned to unlife by the midnight atrocity of as Manfred appeared. I can't speak. Summoned to unlife by the midnight atrocity as Manfred prepares to challenge mankind once more. He is the eternal emperor. The usurper Karl Franz will learn this at great cost, and the living will pay tribute to the von Carstein's unholy majesty. Playstyle strong battle magic options, including raising of new units from the dead. That is going to be a centre point of what I'm going to try and do. Units cause fear, impacting enemy leadership. Of course, you've just got hordes and hordes of the dead everywhere. Instead of routing, units will suffer casualties when losing in combat, so try not to let them run away. Keep their morale, or I assume they use morale. Keep it high, keep the good soldiers there. Some battle casualties are automatically raised from the dead post-battle, even in defeat. So instead of healing, you just get to raise a whole bunch of people. I'm guessing probably more. No missile units. Which is unfortunately a shame, because I love archer units. Just sitting lines of archers just pelt the enemy until they're dead. Can't do that with these guys. You must march forward and take them on in hand-to-hand combat. Which is kind of a double-edged sword for the undead, because most of the undead battle line is not exactly high-quality troops. So you have to march up to the enemy and take them in hand-to-hand combat with potentially some of the worst units around, barring goblins. Faction mechanics can only capture territory belonging to other Vampire Counts factions or any human factions except Norska, so I cannot invade the Chaos lands, and I can only take over lands of humans, and vampire counts, which means I can't go and take over dwarf lands or orc lands. I must destroy them. Raise dead. New units can be raised from the dead in any province. Famous battle sites provide bonus to quality and quantity of options. Vampiric corruption can be spread in enemy territory, leading to public order problems and even a vampiric rebellion. Victory objectives. Probably do a short campaign, I think. Because, yeah, long campaign, Empire, Dwarves, and Bretonnia need to take out. Ensure any military problems belonging to the Warriors of Chaos faction exists only in the Chaos Wastes. Ensure that Archeon the Ever-Chosen is in a wounded state. So this is basically saying, on a long campaign, I've got to control 20 provinces, have wiped out the Empire, the Dwarves, and the Bretonians, and make sure that the Warriors of Chaos are only in the north, and that I have defeated and wounded Archeon the Ever-Chosen. That is a tall order. Short campaign victory, 12 provinces, just defeat the Empire, Warriors of Chaos, and Archeon the Ever-Chosen. I'm guessing most people have probably just got to try and stop Chaos. So that's what I have to do. My top units, it says here, are the Vargulf, which is basically a vampire count who's lost himself to bestiality and become a half human, half vampire bat giant monster. Arm piercing, very fast regeneration. Pretty good stats overall. Very good weapon strength by the looks of it. And pretty good speed. Well, I think the speed is the best thing. So Vargulf's very good at throwing at units like marching around and doing cavalry strikes and such like that. The Terrorgeist, which is kind of a big monster mount thing. Armoured, armor-piercing, anti-large, and causes terror. Very, very fast, is a flyer, has a poisoned melee attack, very good weapon, well I say very good, quite good weapon strength, and quite good armour. And Hex Race, now these are my favourite actually from the board game. No armour, pretty okay leadership, quite dang fast, average melee attack, average, well I'll say it was probably average for just basic infantry, melee attack defense, weapon strength is good, charge bonus is okay, and they are ethereal, which I believe, if it will let me view it over here, oh no, it's just something like that. Ethereal, they ignore most damage done by non-magic weapons as they have shed most of their physical form. They are not slowed by terrain-based movement penalties either. So ethereal armies are super deadly against anything that's not got magic, because they can literally just swarm over people and go, you can't hurt me. Anyway, that's enough rambling on here. So this is the Vampire Counts. Let's go continue. We have 2 hero units. Now, every empire you get, every empire you start with, well, just Chaos for example, oh you get 3 in there, but it. Greenskins, yeah, you get 2 there. Dwarves, you get 2. So I thought, you know, who is it likely to be? The story here is that we are the vampire count in charge is Manfred von Carstein, which means it is set before the end times. Anybody who knows their end times history will know that when the Great Necromancer arose, he brought back the originator Vlad von Carstein, who then took control of the vampire counts. So we have Manfred here, who is a faction leader. He's a powerful melee fighter, a leader, and a wizard. So he's a good all-rounder. Access to both the law of vampires and the law of death. All faction modifiers: campaign movement range plus 5%, minus 10% for Graveguard and Black Knight units. So they're like the heavy infantry and the standard white cavalry, I think. I think those are all the Black Knights, or are they? Oh no, it's the Blood Knights who are the vampire cavalry. Yeah, I think it's the kind of the upgraded skeleton cavalry, basically. I wondered who the other character was. It appears the other character looks to be Heinrich Kemmler, the arch necromancer. He, in lore-wise, goes a little bit insane. I think he goes insane more than once, and actually tries to wrest control of the Vampire Kingdoms, and it doesn't exactly work. He's quite often got a bodyguard with him. Krell, I think his name is Krell, who's basically an old, dead chaos warlord who he has risen from the dead and now kind of works with him. Heinrich Kemmler, powerful wizard, master of the law of vampires. So we can't do law of death, which is okay, because I think law of vampires is the one where you can actually start raising people. That's fine. Race cost minus 15%, so troops are cheaper. Upkeep minus 25% for Necromancer heroes. So with him as my leader, I can get more Necromancers, which means more magic, more raising, more buffs for my units. Additional starting units, I get Hex Wraiths, Cairn Wraiths, and Dire Wolves. I'm probably not going to use Dire Wolves. Description here. Heinrich Kemmler. He burns with the need for power. Having recognised the limits that mortality placed upon him in his early years, Kemmler made it his life's work to escape them. He plunged into the world of necromancy as a young man, and by the time he had reached the 40th year, he was able to raise entire graveyards of corpses to do his bidding. Kemmler became a great and much feared necromancer, plundering every wizard's tower and ancient temple he could find in his search for dark truths. His star was in the ascendant for many decades, until ambitious rivals united to bring him to his knees. Though he finally managed to scatter his attackers with a great spell of confusion, Kemmler's body was broken and his mind blasted in the battle. For many years, Heinrich wandered little better than a half-sane beggar. By some quirk of fate, he uncovered the tomb of a long-dead Chaos champion, whose burial mound was so magnificent it towered high above him. Here, Kemmler struck a terrible pact with the Chaos gods. They restored him to his former power, and in return, Heinrich swore to slay and destroy in their name. Now the name of the Lichemaster once again strikes terror into the hearts of the ordinary folk. Now, this is interesting. If I play as him, I've still got to try and stop Chaos, but he is an agent of Chaos, which is very curious. So we're going to go with Heinrich Kemmler. This Lord's campaign does not feature an opening battle. Are you sure you want to continue? Select a Lord with a campaign introduction to learn the basics of Total War Warhammer. It's not much different to standard Total War as I understand it, so we're going to go with him anyway. Heinrich Kemmler.
War is eternal. As inevitable as the grave. The old world, the rotting corpse within. Some fools think it worth saving. But there are beings who wish to bring about an eternal night. I am a bearer of lore to those with such power. Vampire counts of the von Karstein bloodline. My master, Manfred, has returned from the dead once more. He marches on the von Karstein ancestral pile of Castle Dragonhof. For I have brought him ill news that a master necromancer has claimed the fortress as his own. Manfred must retake his ancient stronghold, and either destroy the usurper within, or bind him to his will. The von Carsteins have risen once again, mighty Lichemaster, and you are to march into the world as their chosen champion. Let them believe you are their willing puppet. For now, there is much to be done. The Tempelhof brood control the lands to the north as far as the River Ster. Conflict with them is inevitable, but your will is indomitable. Take their lands, burn their crypts, and deploy their own dead against them. The high mountains to the south are infested with dwarfs. Your homelands will never be safe with such an enemy so close. Make plans to drive their stunted kind out in time. A great destiny awaits you, Kemler. It has been foreseen. Bring about eternal night, and you shall be rewarded.
Yeah, okay, so that's our job. Mission issued. Engage the enemy. The Tempelhof brood must be crushed in battle before they're able to regain their strength. Another victory against Van Kruger's armies will leave his lands ripe for the taking. Defeat an army belonging to Tempelhof. Total dark magic 1,000. So that's basically the equivalent of money, really.
Missions may be issued from time to time by those interested in your progress. These can be reviewed at your request, my lord.
Okay, now I want to have a look at what I've got here. So, one Heinrich Kemmler, the legendary lord. 45 Ken Wraiths, 120 Skeleton Warriors, 120 Skeleton Warriors, 120 Zombies, 120 other Zombies, 45 Hex Wraiths, and 60 Dire Wolves. Now Ken Wraiths, they're ethereal. Hex Wraiths are also ethereal, so they're good flank units. Dire Wolves, they're kind of scouts more than anything else, and flanking units. These guys are the bread and butter. They basically hold the line. Zombies, it says, are just expendable. Yeah, I don't think there's much really that you really want from zombies. This unit is comparably cheap to recruit, maintain, and replenish. So if you want huge armies, you can do it with zombies. Let's see, what can we recruit? We can recruit skeletons for 300 magics and 56 upkeep, or 150 for zombies. So effectively we can get twice as many zombies in an army as we can skeletons, but armor 15 to 20, 39 is the same armor, speed 23 to 31, 5 to 18 attack, 5 to 20 melee defense, 18 to 26 weapon strength, and 3 to 6 charge bonus. So, in comparison, zombies to skeleton warriors are superior.
Very tempting.
So let's just recruit a couple of extra units of skeleton warriors. And let's see. Hang on. I've got right, okay, yeah. I've got this in window mode, so I'm having to use the keys rather than just going right. So that's a guy, Dieter the Stickler. Can we see what he's got? He's a vampire, and he's got zombies. Right, so I need to. So I can move. So let's move over to here.
My influence is weak.
What do you mean your influence is weak? Is it because I've told you to summon so you can't actually move anywhere? Okay.
I advise you to seek ways to further your methods of war, my lord. Put your best minds to work improving your knowledge and practices.
Okay, you are currently not researching any technologies. Right, so this is tech improvements we can do here. We have 4 books we can learn from. The Book of Archon the Black, the Liber Necronomica, Dinoro's Blasphemous Beastery, and the Lemean Book of Blood. So the Book of Archon the Black, I think that's basically, also known as the Tome of Bone. This dread volume, authored by Archon the Black, is filled with secrets for instilling vigor and other deathly abilities into zombified and skeletal vessels. So recruitment cost of 10 minus 10 for skeleton warriors and skeleton spearmen. Spearmen, I think, are probably going to be better than skeletons. In the game, in Warhammer, skeleton spearmen are just plain better than skeleton soldiers, because skeleton warriors just kind of crumble, and skeleton spearmen, you've got all those ranks to back up and have axe just stabbing at the enemy. Very useful there. Raised champions, unit experiences +2 for skeleton and zombies. I'm probably going to use a lot of them. Risen standard barriers. Okay, so this is basically it. So you can, if I research the Book of Archon, which takes 3 turns, I can then get cheaper skeletons. I think I may have to go cheaper skeletons, then risen champions, then risen standard, or I might be able to go that and then have all of those as options and then go down the list here. So if I go Bond of Bones, that gets me cheaper warriors. Then next level up for that is armor bonus for warriors, and after that it's upkeep reduction and weapon strength. Champions give me +2 skills, armor and melee attack for zombies. That gives me bonus to zombie units, and that gives me even more bonus to zombie units. I'm probably going to use skeletons more than zombies, I think. Risen standard barriers give me +5 for skeletal units. Graveguard and Black Knight bonuses there. Liber Necronomica. This is all about boosting your ghouls. Blasphemous Beastery is for monsters, so that's like dire wolves, giant bats, vargeist, all that stuff. And the Lemean Book of Blood is for vampires themselves. So that's, I guess, basically general growth. Okay, so that's basically kind of your city management one you want to do. Let's go with the Book of Archon. I think I shall research that. Look at all those factions there are. There's loads. Right.
Your kind are a nightmare made flesh, sire. Yoke the power of the dead and you shall be unstoppable.
Midnight aristocracy have long struck terror into the hearts of most mortal races. From their lairs in Pennsylvania, vampires can strike out and living with their massed armies of eager dead. Learn more about vampires here. Right, now, can I now...
Your grip on Drakenhof is not yet secure, Dark Lord. Pacify those that stir against your rule before they take arms and rise up.
Maintain at least 10 public order in the following province: Eastern Sylvania. Okay. And where can I see my public order? Public order is currently at -20, but I am gaining 9 per turn. So I've got Vampiric Corruption, which gives me 10. I've got 2 buildings that give me a bonus. I've got a difficulty level of 1, so that gives me a bonus there because I'm on easy difficulty, because screw doing it on a harder one. Taxes -4. So it's stabilising at the moment. Now I can build something in here. What have we got? Cemetery. That gives me skeleton warriors and zombies. I can upgrade it to get Graveguard and skeletal spearmen. Or I can build something in this construction slot. What have we got? Military recruitment, military support, or infrastructure. That is going to be gross +20. It's not bad. Vampiric corruption +3. Income generated. Yeah, that looks like it might be an interesting one to have there. I'll have to have a look at the rest of these when I actually get round to it, though.
Spread the rot.
In the meantime, though, we shall go and have our first fight. Once this fight is over, I will end the video, because I think I'm probably going to have about 1 or 2 fights per video, depending on what I do.
Turn them to death. Battle is upon us. Study your options carefully. The enemy are close. Blood will be spilt.
Actually, blood won't be spilt because they've got dire wolves, zombies, warriors, and 1 rank 1 vampire. So I doubt there's going to be much blood being spilt. Still, let's get on to the battle. Zombies. But interestingly, a lot of
Your soldiers are ready to deploy for battle, my lord. They await your orders.
Thank you. Yes, so is that the... yeah, that's the turning ones, okay. What was I gonna say? Can't remember what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something. Probably wasn't gonna be profound, but I was gonna say something. Yes, what's... can I have a look? Wizard, good binding, and he's animated. Well, that's nice to know. What have we got? Risk magic for more favourable wins. What have we got? Starting limit 25, power 7 I think. Power reserve 60, 1 power every 6 seconds. That means it's going to be a while before I'm going to be able to get any magic done. But all I'm really going to need magic for is potentially reinforcing my lines. I think I'll start. So, what's he got? Invocation the Heck. Target ally. Cannot use if leadership is broken. Cannot target undead. Cannot target from the wall. Resurrects dead combatants. Replenishes hit points of combatants. Heals injured before resurrecting. Okay, so it's basically heal. So if I've got a unit that's taking damage, I can just slap that on them and get guys back. That's fine. Right, so that's where the enemy are. Can I see how they're deployed? Okay. So if I just line up over here... let's stick my skeletons like that. Stick the zombies in front of them because the zombies are shit. Oh hell, they take up a lot of space, those zombies. Okay, in which case I'm going to have to move these back a bit. And yeah, I know it's, as I say, it's a bit of a jerky recording. Right, I'll have the Hex Wraiths on this side as flank protection, and the Cairn Wraiths on this side as flank protection. Heinrich Kemmler himself will go in the back here, and the wolves behind him.
I am Kemmler.
And set formation. Oh, do I actually want to set formation? Oh no, no, I don't think I'll do that. Group so they stay together. Right, start the battle.
The winds of magic blow strongly in this place, Commander. Harness its power and channel it against your enemy.
I shall. And yeah, my quality is going to be pretty low, unfortunately. Oh, look at that jerky movement. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm recording shit. I may have to turn the quality down on the backgrounds maybe or something, I don't know, in order to get smoother gameplay. I'll play around with that later on, as this is literally, like I say, this is the first gameplay I've actually done. So we've got 13 mana. On the plus side, the vampire has probably only got the same as me, so he's probably only got the Invocation of the Heck. Which means he's only going to be able to heal up some of his units. And his units are going to be about as flimsy as mine. And it looks like he's not bothering to advance towards me. Okay, well, I'll keep going forward then.
You can use the maps available to assist your tactical planning, Commander.
Tactical map provides a bird's eye view of the entire battlefield at once. Press tab to toggle tactical map on and off. Zoom. Ah, so this is basically the do you actually just want to play Warhammer? The view where you just look down over your battlefield terrain and just tell units to go in various places. Fair enough. So this is the fog of war around here. So this is stuff I can't see. And the rest of this is stuff I can. I may need to play in this mode for a little while, just until I get close enough. But yeah, this is kind of when I used to play. This is basically the standard formation I would use. Large blocks of infantry with ethereal units on the flanks, so that anybody tries a flank attack on me, they have to get through something they can't actually kill. With my necromasters behind, support units behind them to assist if need be, and if I had any zombies, just screening them up the front. Because zombies are literally just expendable troops, and there's no point having them other than to get in the way.
The high ground. Attack with caution, my lord.
Well, I don't have much of a choice. I could spend lots of time walking all the way around here and then up like that, or I could literally just go, I've got overwhelming soldiers, and pile into him, because he's got nothing but zombies really. No, he's got some skeleton warriors over there. Oh no. And there's Dieter the Stickler. He is a wizard, but he won't have a magical weapon on him because he's only level 1. And I don't know, I haven't actually tried. It's pretty obvious I haven't tried. I don't know if you can have your undead march in this, because in base Warhammer game you can't. Undead literally cannot march anywhere. They have to walk. You can't make them run. But I'm assuming they can run once they get into combat range, because it's required to engage in combat. So let's see, what do we got here? Some dire wolves, zombies, 1 vampire, and skeleton warriors. So I reckon if I just pile my 2 zombies here, send my cairn wraiths off to deal with the dire wolves, potentially back up with the dire wolves themselves. 2 skeleton warrior blocks to deal with those, and hex wraiths in again. Well, actually, probably skeleton warriors against these, I think, and hold the rest of it back. Hex wraiths can deal with them if need be, and just see where he goes. Right, okay, so that's my plan, so that's what we're going to do. You're going there. You're going there. You lot are going there. I'm going to tie up 2 units down here. And you are going to go up there as well, because I'm probably not going to need you for flank defense. And the rest, literally just move up and hold your positions. So get back into the battle view. I could lob Heinrich Himmler in. He's not. Heinrich isn't bad as a combatant, because he's a hero, but he is better standing back. So what have they got? They've got the zombies moving in here. That's good. Looks like I've engaged the direwolves. Good luck killing those ethereal units, direwolves. Oh, you have. You actually killed one. Just wait for the rest of my zombies to all shamble forwards. Yeah, those lot they're just gonna collapse any moment. Crumbling. Yeah, they're done for. Right, you guys. Go and deal with them, please. You can move up. Direwolves, take a charge against them. Hex Wraiths move off over here. Was that a Hex Wraith? Oh, Direwolves are having a bit of a fight.
The enemy attack your flank, Commander. Drive them off.
Yeah, I know they attack my flank, but they don't stand much of a chance. Can I? Oh, I can run. Excellent. Alright then. Since you're here, go kill that vampire. Yeah, you're doing fine holding them up. That's cool. You're all fighting. Let's say you. A lot. Reinforce those zombies. Zombies reinforced. You're fighting. You're fighting. You guys, I don't even need to get involved in the combat. That vampire is going to die. Oh, they're getting a bit hurt. Cairn Wraiths. Oh, they are getting a little bit hurt. Okay, you lot. Go take on them. I think the rest of this is pretty much a foregone conclusion. That vampire is doing a very good job of holding himself together. Let's rebind those guys though.
For my master!
The enemy lord is dead.
The enemy general is slain, my lord.
There we are, and all his men crumble because there is no magic to sustain them. You're victorious, the corpse of the enemy litter the ground, and those able to flee do so with the laughter of our gods ringing in their ears. Deployed 871, losses 74, remaining 797. Deployed 541, losses 541, remaining 0. He got killed. There were. This is how many people were left, I think, or how many they killed, probably. Yeah, it's probably how many they killed.
Victory is yours, my lord. But what about the fate of those captured in battle? It can be beneficial to hold them, but sometimes leniency or brutality can be worth more.
Okay. So decisive victory. Right, what can I've captured 53 of the enemy. I don't know what 53 I have captured. This is not him and it's not them. Send the captives to their homes unspoiled for a price. The enemy will show gratitude, allowing to further your machinations. Get 230 extra dark magic to raise guys with. Your army will gain the following effects. Return captives The army is struggling after giving up a source of fresh flesh. So a reduction in army replenishment, but I do get some extra loot. Murder the captives takes 5 turns, but I get +4 leadership. I'm not sure how long that lasts for though. Oh no, it must be 5 turns. So you get a bonus to your leadership of for 5 turns, which basically means that you guys are less likely to crumble or dominate the captives. Unit replenishment +8. Well, I could go for leadership. They are quite low on leadership, these guys. But I can always just raise more of them. So I'll go with dominate captives. Your undead shall serve me. Temple of Brood must be crushed in battle. Defeat them. I have gained 1,000 dark magics.
Those that serve your cause gain experience over time, my lord. Be sure to guide their development to your advantage.
Okay, Kemmler is now rank 2.
Eschen is vulnerable to attack, Dark Lord. Seize it from the enemy to open a new front to the north.
Okay. So Van Kruger has left Eschen wide open to attack. Strike now and punish his error. Capture Eschen, I get 1,000 bucks. However, we have over here Castle Tempelhof is closer. So, I can... let me just have a look.
What?
Yeah, so I can go through the woods and attack Eschen. So that's currently at 8. 100% corrupt. 5 buildings, is that? I'm guessing, and 128 troops. Or I can go after Tempelhof, which is 192 troops, 11 order, 108 buildings, and it gives me wood, and it is a provincial capital. So looks like I've got a choice really with Kemmler's lot, who look mostly restored actually by the looks of it. I could charge straight after Tempelhof and take that, because with my forces I could probably do it.
Do not mistake me for the fool.
And take on the Necromancer guy, who's got skeletons and zombies and other stuff that I don't know. Or I can head off to Eschen, which I will decide upon next time. However, right click. Did I right click? Oh no, maybe it's just left click. What do I do? Where do I press for level up? Is it down here? Recruit units, raise dead, raise new units from the dead buried in this region. Oh, I think that's... okay. Technology, dark magic, diplomacy, faction summary. Stance neutral. Character details is probably it. Ah, yeah, there we are. Character details, right. So he's very good on leadership. Seeing many attack, many defense isn't bad actually for him. He could probably stand against a unit of zombies on his own and not have much to worry about. Campaign effects: hero recruitment rank +2 for necromancers in the local province. And I've got no followers, no banners. I have the wanderer trait. I've got no armor, no weapons, no talismans, nothing. I've gained nothing at all. Skills. Right, okay, so these are the 3 skills I can have. I can have the Invocation in the Heck, which is basically my magical line. My Awe of Supremacy, which is basically my command line. Or I've got the Restless Dead, which is my management line. So you can see Restless Dead. Casualty replenishment rate +3% for the Lord's Army. Hero recruitment is -10%. Attrition -3 casualties from attrition. Ambush chance +6%. Invocation in the Heck, which I have to buy again. I'm guessing it gives me a bonus one. I'm guessing duration 24 seconds. Curse of Undeath. Oh, is this other stuff I can? Oh, these are quests. Quests I can unlock. So this is actually his gear. Actually, so the character himself has this as like his standard gear. So it's the Skull Staff from Chaos Tombblade and his Cloak of Mists and Shadows. That's his like magical armor and weapons and stuff. And I can unlock the law of vampires at level 9. It's Invocation in the Heck. Is that actually... what does it do? It just sticks a thing in there, doesn't it? Curse of Undeath. Cast around self. Greatly replenishes hit points of combatants. Resurrects dead combatants. Heals injured before resurrecting. Okay. So... constant augment. Alright, so that's actually not bad. That is actually a pretty damn good power. Available after unlocking Invocation in the Heck. Passive ability Curse of Undeath. So effect is map wide. Oh, that is very nice power. Basically, I could just with that power, if I get into a stuck situation and I can retreat, kind of keep swapping out units that move out of combat can just sit and get more people back. They can just constantly regenerate men before going back into combat again. That is a very, very nice power, and especially as it's a constant one, and it affects the entire map. It says target around self effects, allies in range, effect range, map. Dance Macabre basically just means my guys go faster. The Gaze and the Gash, that is a magic missile, so you just launch it off, it just targets an enemy and does quite a lot of damage against single units, but not good against high powered or lots of men. Raised Dead gets me zombies basically, so I can go splat, there you are. That one's good for flanking actually, that's a very good flanking spell. Because if you're in close to combat and your guys are locked down and you've got the mana to do that, you can literally just slap down a unit of zombies straight behind an enemy unit and just have them charge into the rear and flank charge. It's a fantastic power for that. Curse of Undeath though, that's really good. Aura of Supremacy, leadership effect is +5, leadership +3 when attacking, melee attack +3 for ghouls and zombies. Yeah, it's not bad, it gives me better bonuses. Lord's melee attack +3 for Fellbats and Diabolls. We're probably not going to use them a lot. Character's aura size is 10%. Standing within your aura, so your leadership bonus. Okay, let's go in the Heck. Because I want to get that. That is I so want to get that. Battle effects. Okay, so that's that. So that now gives me a bonus. That will come off fast now. Okay, fine. Right, that will do for this video because it's starting to go. It really is kind of a bit laggy with the system I'm using. I'll look into the options of trying to get this running with fraps. I don't know how effective I will be, but I'll see what I can do. All these units. These units are actually getting replenished. Okay, that's fine. I'm probably going to go off to Tempelhof next time, and then sort of sweep round up to Eschen and then Waldenhof. I don't think there's much down here. Zufbar, Oakenhammer, so the Dwarf Realms, and Orcs of Grom Peak. So, if I can just hold Drakenhof, 506 men, okay, that's fine. He's got 200 odd in there, he's got 170 in there. So if I can hold Drakenhof, if these guys decide to attack, then that's fine. They have to worry about the orcs from here, so I probably won't have to worry a lot about the dwarves. Schwarzhafen, is that part of Castle Drakenhof's? Schwarzhafen. No, it's Eschen and Waldenhof. So I don't know what realm Schwarzhafen is in. It's a minor settlement. Castle Tempelhof definitely is Fort Obersteyr. So this is the land I'm basically going to try and do. I'm going to kind of go up here, take that, and then probably by the time I've taken Walden off, I'll probably have a second army I can start producing in Drakenhof to come down towards Schwarzhaven and start taking places down there. But that's enough rambling for me, because I've probably been at this for about an hour, as is normal for me. My videos are just stupid fucking long. So yeah, until the next videos I put out, I will see what I can do to get this working a little bit smoother with recording software. But until then, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed a brief introduction to Warhammer Total War, and I will be back in a day or two with the attack on Templehof. So, thank you once again, and good night.